Namaskar, I'm Advocate Saurabh Kunal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here we discuss issues of legal and financial education. So friends, today we are going to discuss about Section 34 of the Indian Penal Code. Section 34 of the Indian Penal Code is about common intention. So common intention is very important, very crucial, and it's need to be proven for any offences where more than two people are liable for any crime. So we will analyze it with example. But before that, I request if you're watching this video for the first time, please subscribe the YouTube channel and also press the bell button to get the notification of all the updates. Friends, I also want to inform you that please visit our YouTube channel page. There are lots of playlists. You can these playlists are on different topics like legal drafting, legal awareness, CRPC, IPC. So please visit the channel and check out. There are lots of knowledgeable and informative videos in this playlist, so please check it out. Now coming back to the topic, what is common intention? So common intention has been explained under section 34. Common intention means there is a prior meeting, there is a pre-planned execution of a plan for in a criminal offense. So what is that? We will analyze it, but it is important to first read and understand what is given under section 34 of the Indian Penal Code. So I will read the bare act first. So section 34 of the Indian Penal Code says, act done by several persons in furtherance of common intention. When a criminal act is done by several persons in furtherance of the common intention of all, each of such person is liable for that act in the same manner as it were done by him alone. Now, if more than two people are involved in a crime, for example, if Mr. D has insulted Mr. A, Mr. D has insulted and humiliated Mr. A, and therefore Mr. A along with Mr. B and C with a common intention to take the revenge went to the house of Mr. D and started open firing. However, the bullet fired from the revolver of Mr. A didn't hit Mr. D, but the bullet fired from the revolver of Mr. B and C hit Mr. D, and Mr. D died on the spot. Therefore, here not just B and C are liable for the death of Mr. D, but A is also equally liable for the death of Mr. D, since he was also there is a common intention. So common intention, there are three ingredients for proving, for establishing the common intention. First and foremost, there must be more than two people in furtherance of any offense. Secondly, there must be a common intention, there must be a pre-planning before executing any criminal offense. And thirdly, the executors must be present there. For example, B and C both, A, B, C both, all of them were at the time of murder of Mr. D. So this is how the criminal intention needs to be proven. Criminal intention means there is an intention, there is a planning, there is a common intention, planning, and everybody is. Why common intention are so important in the criminal conspiracy? Because it gives confidence, encouragement, and a kind of support to the person who are actually committing the crime. So even if someone is just standing as a guard, then the other person is actually committing any crime, so the person who is acting as a guard is somehow giving a confidence, a security, and encouragement. So that is why both the person who is committing the crime and the person who is just guarding it are equally liable for the offense. So that is why it is very important. So this is all about criminal intention, which has been explained under section 34 of the Indian Penal Code. So if you like this video, please like it and share it with your friends and colleagues, and also let me know with your views and opinion in the comment box below. So I will be coming again with another video on another topic. Till then, take care. Namaskar.